My name is Will Perry. I'm 30 years old, obviously professional basketball player, super simple guy, almost boring probably, to be honest. But I love basketball, I love traveling the world. Luckily I'm able to do that, so life's been good. So I was born in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's the capital of North Carolina in the United States. So I'm American. I started playing, everyone asked me that. I really don't remember. So I think it was literally when I could walk, I started playing basketball. I can't even pinpoint the right age that I started because that's how early I started playing sports. My dad was a good athlete. He was a really good baseball player. He played basketball as well, not at a super high level, but he told me that he introduced me, started rolling the ball to me, introduced the sports, not just basketball though. And in the end, I ended up playing basketball because it was my best option. But I played all the sports when I was a kid, so. Yeah, I had a good family of athletics growing up. It wasn't just me by myself. I had good structure, and my dad was a smart guy with sports, so I had definitely an advantage with that. When I turned 16 or 17, it kind of flipped. I don't know what happened, but I got a little bit better at basketball. My body got a little more physical, and I started getting a little more recognition for basketball than baseball. So then in my mind, I kind of flipped it, and I was like, all right, well now I'm a basketball player, So. Long story short, I got a scholarship to play in the U.S. Rwanda University. It's a small school. I wasn't a famous player or anything. I wasn't even one of the best players in the state of North Carolina, really. I was a above average player that played at a Division II college. And I had a really good career at the D2 at Rwanda. So after that career, I wasn't sure if I was good enough to play professional. I wasn't really sure, but I had a few agents call me my senior year, which is your last year of college in the US. So after I had some agents call me and say, hey, I think you can play pro. Let's give it a try. Let's try to find some teams and try to get you, paid to play basketball. That was kind of the moment I was like, all right, so I can be a pro, let's go. And then my pro career started. But honestly, man, it was really slow, long process. It wasn't like I was a prodigy at a young age, My career was always slow, taking one step at a time, and here I am today, So my first job was in Spain. So I played in Spain. So I played in Europe for a while before I even came to Africa. So I played in Spain 1 year. Then I went to Portugal for 2 years. Then I went to Bulgaria, which is in Eastern Europe. Then I went to Luxembourg, okay? And then after that year, I started playing in Africa. The real reason I came to Africa was somebody saw me playing in Spain. A coach saw me playing in Spain, and they were that particular coach was getting a job for Ferroviario de Beira, which is the team in Mozambique that introduced me to Africa. When he first told me hey, I got the job in Mozambique, we're gonna play in the league here in the championship, and then we need to try to win because we go to BAL qualifiers, then we go to BA. He was explaining everything to me, and I was like, man, I don't know. That sounds like, first of all, Africa I've never been, and I was a little bit nervous to the lifestyle and how it was, which turned out to be amazing. I love Africa. The second problem was it was the way he was explaining how we get to the BAL, which is where everybody wants to play, right, was really hard. You had to win the championship, you had to go to road to ball and win just to get to the BAL. So imagine you don't make it. And okay, then what, I'm there 3 months, we lose and I go home? Why not just stay in Europe and play a 10-month contract, really stable, and have the life that I've had for the last 5 years, which was a good life. So it was kind of a risk, But whatever, right? We take risk in life. So I went to the team, and it's crazy. We did 2 years in a row, winning the championship, winning road to ball, or qualifying for ball, and then going to ball. Yeah, I learned a lot in Africa, man. So Africa is way different than Europe, okay? It's way different than the States where I grew up, of course. You gotta learn to be really mentally strong. On the court, it's a lot different. The game is super physical. Especially the Rwandese league, it's very physical. Some of the games end, 60 to 58, right? So the games can be really, really physical. Guys are super athletic and fast, so you have to play a different style. In Europe, it's maybe a little more tactical, a little more, hey, let's run the play, let's do everything perfect. Africa is a little more athleticism, jumping, everyone's blocking shots. You have to deal with taller guys, faster guys. So I learned on the court how to play against that type of athleticism, I'm not that athletic. Obviously, you've seen me play. I don't jump, I'm not that fast, I'm quick, but I'm not super fast. I'm short, So I had to adjust to that part of African basketball. And then off the court has been super easy, honestly, because life is good. Every club I've been to in Africa has taken care of me really well. It's super nice to live in Africa. You know, it's nothing like I thought it was. Kigali is like one of the nicest cities I've been in, man. One of the cleanest, safest, you know, well-spoken people, you know, people are speaking English, not only Rwanda, French too. So the adjustment off the court has not been that crazy for me. It's been a nice life. On the court, once I figured out the couple things I mentioned, the physicality, you know, how athletic the style is, and the fans are crazy in Africa, like very wild, you know. They react to everything, you know, sometimes overreact, but it makes it fun. So I had to learn about that part of, like, you know, the fans, you know, they're very passionate, you know, very, very passionate. So it's been good. Personally, my own performance, not really. I expect to play good, man. Like I know I'm not the best player in the world, you know, but I know who I am. I know what I do, and I'm a pretty consistent player. You know, everyone can have bad games, of course, but over my career, I've been pretty consistent of what I'm good at. And if I get in the right mix of teammates, I can be like I know I can be one of the best point guards around, you know. Now, as a team, a little bit surprised maybe, only because before I came to play for the Patriots, all my friends around Africa were telling me, hey, Patriots are down, you know? Like when I called around and said, hey, I think I'm gonna sign with the Patriots. What do you guys think about that? They all told me, hey, I don't know, Patriots lost a lot of guys, which was true. When I came here, I saw like a lot of the Patriots players went to other teams, you know, which is true. So I heard a lot of that. So I was a little bit surprised when I came here and saw the team, and I was like, hey, we're a little bit better than everyone told me. And then as a few games went by, I was like, okay, we're really good. You know, we have a good coach, we have really good Rwandese guys that play a good role and they play hard, and we're really unselfish, you know, really unselfish. Because if you're selfish in Africa, maybe you can win a few games, but to win a lot of games in a row and win the championship is really hard. And now you see our team is good, man. We're playing well, and yes, Rwanda has talent for sure. I think like with the league getting better, the games will be more competitive. Guys will start having to use a little more basketball IQ, and with that, the level will start getting better and better for the local Rwandese guys to compete with, you know, the best of Africa. But you have talent in Rwanda, no doubt. Hard workers, talent, good unselfish players, especially my team on the Patriots, because I know them personally, of course. I'm super happy with like the players knowing their department, knowing their role on the team, and doing that to the best of their ability, you know? Because sometimes, man, you can mess up a team if a few guys don't want to accept the role that they have. That's like anything, not just basketball, that's life. If somebody at the job doesn't accept their role and do it to the best of their ability, it can mess up the team, right? Every role is just as important as the other role, whether you have a small role or a big role, it's all important. So I'm super impressed with like the mindset of my Patriots teammates in that regard. Man, playing APR and reg was hard, man. Like reg and APR are super hard teams to play. Reg is super big. I mean, like big guys, strong guys, really physical with experience. So that was hard, you know? APR is not as big or strong, but they're super talented, you know? Super skilled, you know? Smaller guys, but they're fast. Wilson, man, really hard on defense. For me, is one of my biggest challenges. Whenever he's guarding me, I really have to think, really have to like be careful with the ball, choose what to do with the ball more. So shout out to that guy. You know, I'm not super close with him, but I met him a few times, of course. But I've played against him 2 or 3 times now. He's super hard to play against, super hard to play against. So shout out to him, especially defensively.